Welcome, everybody. Welcome to ASID New Jersey. We're so glad you could join us today. This is Design Watch. This is our weekly webinar bringing you topics of most value to you in your business. For those of you who don't know me, I am Sandy Cavellis. I am the president of the New Jersey chapter of ASID, and I will be facilitating today's webinar. We will be recording the webinar, so if you missed any part of today's presentation, you can follow up with us later on our YouTube channel and check it out and catch up on all those interesting facts that you may have missed, as well as our past webinars. You can find them there as well. Co-hosting with me today, I have a co-host, is the amazing Virginia Liberato. Virginia sits on the board of directors and has the important job of overseeing professional development. So if you love the Design Watch webinars that you're watching right now, give Virginia a huge thumbs up. We love you. I am actually going to turn it over to Virginia right now to introduce our exciting speaker and topic for today. So Virginia, take it away.
So I want to introduce you guys to Erik. He is the brain master for this designed program. He is a big supporter of ASID, and we want to give him a great welcome. And I won't take too much time because I know he has a lot of exciting news for you. And we will have questions and answers at the end, so put them in the Q&A, and I feel like he'll be very thorough, but I know there are lots of questions about this exciting topic. So Erik, thank you for joining us, and I'll hand it over to you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Virginia. I am very, very pleased to be here, honored. I am a big supporter of ASID and anything that supports the trades. Our operations for many years have been trade only. So we have a great presentation that we would like to provide for you today. I could take you through hours of discussions, but I tried to slim it down to about a half hour within this presentation. Of course, we're open to questions and answers afterwards, and you can always feel free to reach out to us at a later date and visit our website, which has our landing page to give you more details. But we're always here for you. So I guess right now, Virginia, would you like me to move this over to the presentation? Right? Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay. And how do I block this? Okay. All right, everybody. Well, this is a project that has been in my head for about 8-9 years now, and it was first thought of here in my showroom in New Jersey in Cedar Knolls when I was able to successfully complete what I'm going to be able to describe to you today. It was put on the back burner because when I had the web requirements developed and then I got proposals on developing this, the project itself was so far ahead of technology that the cost was astronomical. So it got put on the back burner for some time, and then we dove back into it. And it's been in the works now for about 3 years almost, 2.5 plus. So this, what I'm going to share with you is what we were able to take and develop, and it streamlines the entire industry that we're in, the trade industry, for almost every interior product. So moving forward, excuse me, I've got one little technical difficulty, and let me change the screen. Bear with me just a moment.
If you scroll to the bottom of your screen, you'll see a
There
little
we
arrow
go.
pop up.
Fantastic, I got it, thank you. I apologize. Actually, and comically, my wife says, I can't believe you or all people are doing a tech company where I am not the most technically savvy person in the world, but I had the vision, and I'm fortunately blessed with a very, very great team. So hello, everybody. My name is Erik Luthy. I am truly honored to be here and again, be part of the ASID organization and support the trades in every way, shape, or form. I have dedicated my life to it, and I've been very pleased on doing so. It's been very good to me. First, let me start off by saying on behalf of my exceptional flooring concepts team, design team, and my own family, I hope you and yours are doing well through this COVID unprecedented times we're experiencing, and I wish you all the best. And I'm confident that this will all turn around and positive thoughts get positive actions. So for myself, I've been in the industry for 28 years now. I started off at 17 years old on the floor installing carpet. So I've been working my way from the ground up in this entire industry. Now I've been in business for 25 years, and I am really truly blessed. I am blessed with an excellent team who has helped me bring my dreams to fruition and helped me through every step of the way over the years. Now, in business, as we all know, there's good times, there's bad times. Personal, there's good times, there's bad times. Business has its ups and downs, and at this point, we're all in one of those downs. And I've been there before. I've been there before to the point that I wasn't sure how I was going to make payroll. I've been there before that I was, charging gas for all my vans on the credit card. But it turns around. It always does, and you have to just remain true and confident within yourself. I've also had my downs in personal life. I am a late stage cancer survivor for 18 years now. I'm very blessed about that, very fortunate, and I do believe that my positive thinking got me through it and the love and support of my family. Speaking of my family, I have a beautiful, wonderful wife who supports me every step of the way, and 3 healthy, beautiful children. So I'm very blessed with that. Okay. So here is a little quote about who I am, what I try to live by. It's something that my mother gave me when I started my business, and she's been a very big supporter of mine, and she always has been. I am her baby boy, and I love her dearly. So this sits in my office, and I read it and try to live by it every day. So this gives you a little bit of why and who I am. Now, these are 5 top challenges that I feel designers face, as well as myself, and I feel that I'm in the same part of the industry as you guys. Getting it all done. How do you do it? Can I manage this? This is not so much an issue right now as far as producing the sales and satisfying the customers, but it is about getting yourself into the customer's home and getting your products into their interest and working with them, and then of course selling your vision. Does the customer understand exactly what you were looking to do, and do they have the same vision of the finished product that you do? And then managing your projects, from managing the accounting, managing the people, managing your installers, and tracking your goods and all the other things that we go through. Very difficult and time consuming. So it's another reason why design is going to help you. And then growing revenue, of course, that's what we're all trying to do. We want a better lives for ourselves and our families. And design will offer you higher margins and more capability of facilitating sales faster. And we're very confident that you'll see the results quickly. And then working on the go. Don't always get the capability of working everywhere you are, because sometimes you're tied to the showroom hours or your desktop to source. Or this is where I believe the technology is changing, and it's changing rapidly. And I'm confident that we are ahead of the curve by some time, and we are able to provide you some new technology that is going to change your way you do business and the way your customers interact with you on all of a positive note. So through our research, which was a lot of it, I had the vision of what I wanted to build, and I knew what it was going to do, but I didn't know all the tools I wanted to add to it. So through all of our research, we came across these couple of quotes here, and we were learning that online shopping and technology is really changing our industry. As we all know, that we don't want to leave our home without our phone, and now your phone can be also your business if you work with design and use us as one of your tools. Okay. So with that being said, that's why Exceptional Flooring Concepts is now presenting to you Designed. Design is 100% made for the trade. If you have worked with us with Exceptional Flooring Concepts, you'll know that we are not on the main strip. There's not even a sign out in front of our building that says Exceptional Flooring Concepts, because we're solely dedicated to the trades and a B2B business, and we're going to remain that way. So that is also your first introduction now to Design's homepage. These are some of the products that we'll be featuring in our phase 1. Now, phase 1, and I say phase 1 because it has several phases in our plan, but to get out the door and get out the gate, phase 1 is including broadloom carpet, area rugs, luxury vinyl plank. Now, all these other services here can be provided as well, but they will be provided through our brick and mortar platform. So when you click on hardwood, for instance, it'll be hardwood at designed, and then you won't have the same interaction that you will that I'm going to describe to you through Design's platform off of phase 1, but it's all coming soon. So let's assume that this is an interest of yours, which I hope it is, and then you want to become a member. Now we're calling them members because it is to the trades only, and that the public will never have access to this. So now Design is by far the largest full-service online luxury showroom on earth. There is nothing else out there like it. There are your smart carpets or your empires or something of that line or manner, but it does not have our process, meaning that yes, you can buy carpet from them, but it's not the high-end luxury goods that we are needing to provide to our customers and the clientele that we deal with. Over the years, I've always been doing this. I want to give my customers more control, more visibility, and price transparency. I don't have any secrets. There is no magic crystal ball that I work with, but our business has certainly flourished over the years because of the trust in us. And we all know, are you buying the product or are you buying the person? And I'm very confident, and I've been told many a times that they're buying the person, and the way my team and I handle business is the way they want to do business as well. And we're a great asset to their team, and we're honored to be so. So, and also through our research, we have taken a lot of energies and efforts into looking into what is needed, what is not out there, what has to come. And so Designed is why it's different, is that it has taken the traditional showrooms, the workflow sites that are out there, the online catalogs, the e-commerce, and we put it all together into one platform. So here we are, and you are now becoming a member. And getting back to being to the trades only, we have made a couple of requirements in order to protect you. One, for instance, would be you have to enter your EIN number, your business identification number. And we have actually a direct link with the state that verifies that you are a legitimate trade professional and you have an operating business. And we're doing this so that the end user can't get on and get access to all of the special things that you're going to have access to. Okay. And continuing and finishing your membership would be also part of your profile. Within here, you will be able to upload, and I don't know if you can see it on your screen completely, but on the right-hand side, I should say the picture on the right is a place where it says upload your logo. Now, one of the features and functionalities that we're giving to the designers, to our members, is that once you upload your logo and then you go to log on with a client and you log on in the presentation mode, instantly our logo disappears. It is no longer our site. We're not here for promoting ourselves. We are here for you. Therefore, what happens is your logo takes over the entire site. And also all pricing is removed, as well as all the products are private labeled. So we're doing this to protect you in every way we can. Sitting there with your client, now your client is experiencing your presentation, but it is your website. And that's why we're doing this, to help better your company and give you guys more tools. We had taken the entire process, of which we know there's a lot more steps than 4, but those are backdoor moves that the company is making for you or you're making for your client. But now all these steps really are condensed into 4, which we will be describing in full throughout this presentation. We tried to simplify it and really break it down. This shows you just the logo of some of the screens, some of the products that we are offering in our showroom. We put a lot of energy and efforts into making sure that we carry the right products for the trades, and we keep it fresh. We constantly keep rotating. We're always getting the updates of what is new and hot, and this website will be offering you all of that in one place, which is fantastic. Being all of that in one place, you can do now your business from anywhere. You can source for a client on the beach. You can schedule a measure from the bleachers of your kid's game or your play or whatever event that you're at. You can place an order while having a glass of wine at home. It doesn't matter. It can be operated from any device, anywhere, anytime. It is a full service online showroom for you instead of traveling to the stores and the brick and mortars. What we have really done that is amazing is we are the first ones ever to take every single Carpet Mills product feeds that come in so many different forms, and as I describe it, we put it into our mixing pot, and this is the technology that we developed. We put it into our mixing pot so it all comes out the same. So now on our website, you're not going from mill to mill to mill to mill to mill to their sites. You have access to see everything in one place. So for instance, if you were searching for blue stripes for your customer and you type in blue stripes come up from every single mill. This has never happened before. No one has ever figured out a way to make all these mills integrate together. And what it does is it takes your sourcing from hours, as we know, because I make my appointments with your designers, with you guys all the time. And between the travel, the time you spend in the showroom, and hoping you made all the right selections and you nail it on the first try, one of our studies that we've done is the average designer spends $850 a month in sourcing and traveling of their time. And that's with an assistant's wages, in all honesty, not even your full rate wages, for only 3 projects a month, which is, we don't know it. We never paid attention to it because it's a cost of doing business and it's what you have to do. But now you can do all that in a matter of minutes when you use our advanced filter. We've increased the search capabilities. Even if the carpet was called blue stripes, even if you wanted to search blue stripes on a separate Carpet Mills website, but the carpet was called sky, we found that it wasn't even coming up on their own website because the word blue wasn't in the description. Now what we've done, we've taken the imagery of every product, it runs through an AI technology, it pulls out the top 3 color pixels, and then it puts it in the proper color category. So the search is so much more advanced than it was for any other site. Now there's other tools that we're going to be adding on phase 2 and 3 and 4. They're coming soon, which will be Smart View, and we'll get into that later. But these 3 Peloton colors will be on the website to help you source for other products. Okay, now IDEA-VUE. This is another tool. So when you have a product, you can place it into your cart, to DEZIGN-VUE, to IDEA-VUE. IDEA-VUE is an advanced mood board, if you will, with technology now. As we all know, we put mood boards together to present to our clients. And again, we hope we are on the right path. Here, you can make your selections for your client, put them in IDEA-VUE, and then you can share this information with your client prior to even visiting them with any sample, prior to ordering anything. And this can be done in a matter of minutes, where the mood boards do take much longer time. So we feel that this will absolutely help you close sales in a faster way. Now, DEZIGN-VUE is another fantastic tool. Excuse me, I was taking a drink of water. DEZIGN-VUE is a tool where you can take a picture of your client's room, or you can use a stage picture on our website, but you can now superimpose the product into each room to give their clients the visual of what it is that you're actually trying to achieve for them. See, here's another picture. Shows you, okay, this is the same room. Now I'm suggesting another product. And I'm also changing the direction. Now this works with changing the direction for vinyl plank, not so much for hardwood, because hardwood has to run perpendicular to the joist, but you can definitely use this tool to get a color palette too for your hardwood. Because right now the products that we're able to use for this DEZIGN-VUE is vinyl plank, but they have the wood lookalikes. So it's a great tool to give your customers an idea of what the room would look like in a different color palette. So we'll assume that you've made your flooring selection, whether it be hardwood or vinyl, and you've got your color down pat. Now you can actually take this, and we don't have a screen for this. We do have a screen for this, but not in this presentation. But you can take this and then layer it. And what I mean by layer it is you can now superimpose an area rug into this space. and you thought an 8x10 was going to work well, but now when you superimpose it into the space and it is to scale, you realize, you know what, I actually need a 9x12. So then you can easily upsize the size of the rug. You can turn it and spin it, move it around, and these are the things you will be able to see on our website. I don't have it on the presentation today because there's only so many screens I thought we should share. So let's assume that all the products have been selected now and your customer's happy with your selections. And now it's time, next step is, as we all know, to measure. So within our website, we will automatically assign you an installer. All our installers are vetted. We guarantee all installations. And it's done by zip codes geographically and also by skill sets. So obviously we're not going to send you a hardwood floor installer for a carpet installer and vice versa. Now, if you have a relationship with somebody, you can also recommend them to the site and we will vet them. And then we can put them in your profile as your preferred installer. And or let's assume that you didn't have a relationship with somebody and you trusted our judgment and our installation capabilities, and then you became comfortable with this person, then you can go back into your profile and put that person in as your preferred installer. So you would get that person every time. So now another thing that we've experienced and we know by being in the industry and discussing with our beta team and our lunch and learns and CEUs is scheduling is always an issue. It's time consuming because the designer needs to go from the client to the store, and the store most of the time has to get in touch with the installer, and then the installer has to get back in touch with the store, and then the store has to get in touch with the designer. But now it's no more of that. All of our installer schedules are on the website all the time. They are updated every morning by 7 a.m. So if you try to make them schedule an appointment before, it may not be accurate. So I'm just telling you that by 7 a.m. is the installer's requirements. And this way you can see while you'll be on the phone with your customer that, okay, well, Erik Luthy has an appointment available on Wednesday at 9 a.m. Does that work for you? Yes, that sounds great. So you say request, and then both of you will get notifications all along the way throughout every step of this process and every step of the website. And you can set your notifications in your profile on how you'd like to receive them and how often. So we'll assume that the measurement time requested worked for both parties, and you would get a notification, and here we are. This way there's no missed appointments. And then your profile, again, you can set it for you want a reminder 3 days before, 2 days before, the day of, the morning of, however you wish to be notified. So we'll assume everything went well, it's the day of, and here we are. What we have on our site is GPS tracking through our system, and it only is tracking through the measurements and the installation, and it's to verify that the people are actually on site. So we'll assume that the installer and the designer have arrived. One thing we're asking for professional courtesy is a 15-minute grace period because we all could be coming from another customer that got chatty or had another question at the end or hit some traffic. But we also request, being professional and informing somebody if you're going to be running late, because you can always contact each other through the site, as you see there, by call, text, or email. Of course, we don't recommend any texting and driving, so be careful with that. I say that because I'm a bad, guilty person of doing so. Full truth about myself. So now everyone's on site, and what will happen next is there will be a pre-measurement checklist, and this will be for the project itself, and this will be the installer providing it to you. It's not a screen here, but you'll see it later because, again, there was too many screens to put into one presentation, but it'll be verifying, there will be checks and balances throughout the entire system, and saying, okay, Ms. Designer or Mr. Designer, you have requested a measurement for this room, this product, this size. Yes, correct, submit, and then you would receive a message on your phone. Yes, this is the product, and so no one's touching each other's phones with signatures anymore. It does create one more step, but we're trying to keep in respect of the social distancing and what's to come for the rest of, who knows for how long. So moving forward, now we'll assume everything is correct and the products are selected properly by the designer and the installer has the right information. Now we move to the measurement. This is one of our fantastic tools too. We have measurement capabilities down to the 32nd of an inch. It will be able to give you 2D and 3D renderings instantly. It will be able to provide you with an estimate instantly as soon as the installer is completed with his measurements. Reason being is all costs of services are already inputted into the program, into our software, our website, as well as all the costs of the products. So fast forward here, and you will be able to have these 2D and 3D renderings on file for future reference. You can use them today if you need them, and you could also then say 6 months down the road, your customer calls you back and says, you did a great job on my floors, now I want to do wallpaper. Well, we have all the measurements on file for you, so you can provide an estimate. And it'll be stored within that client's information, it'll be archived. Okay, so we will say that the estimate was provided and to the designer, and you know what margins you can mark it up because that information is on the website. All products have retail and wholesale pricing. And now we'll say the customer accepted the pricing and you come back to the website to now proceed with the order. So once you're back to the website, you will submit to the invoice provided to you, and then your credit card would be charged. Now, we don't hold any credit card information whatsoever. When you fill out your profile, it is a direct link to a company called Stripe. Stripe has an advanced compliance. They supersede any other compliance regulations, so you have no fear of worries, and we never even have the information ourselves, but it is all certainly protected. Now, you move forward with the order, and you would constantly, again, get notifications throughout the entire process letting you know that the product has been ordered, the product has been shipped, now the product has arrived at the warehouse, the product has been inspected, and now the product is on hand. You'll receive notifications all along the way, and at that point, you'll be instructed to please return to the site and schedule your install when you're ready and at your convenience. Then you would go through the same process as we showed you before, the scheduling. You would see the installer's availability. One of the things we're doing as a courtesy to everybody is mentioning at the time of installation, and this will be on your, at the time of measurement, and this will be on your estimate, how many hours it will take or how many days it will take to perform the job, and the times that we would show up and leave each day. We're doing this because if it is an 8-hour job in respect to everyone's time, we don't expect you to sit there and watch the installers all day. And I'm in the industry, I know that you don't, but we do require you to be present at time of measurement of the project, as well as commencement and completion of the installation. We're doing this because over the years, I found that not all the times people are present and details aren't shared back and forth about certain situations of the job, which would take out a lot less problems if they were explained up front. So this is one of the reasons why we're doing this, but also we're telling you how long the job would take so that you can go on and conduct other business elsewhere. Okay, so now we'll assume that all is ordered, all is scheduled, and again, you have your check-in. It is a real-time check-in. It's the same screens we were showing you before, but it lets you know that your installer's on site and your designer's on site and both parties are aware. And then there would be the same process of a pre-installation checklist that these are the rooms you're requesting to be installed. Here's your request for the product and the size that you approved from your invoice. And you then verify it with the product inside the vehicle, the van, and make sure that everything's right before we start the project. Checks and balances just to make sure there's no surprises and trying to eliminate as many problems as possible. So we'll assume that the installation has now gone flawlessly. Everything's great. We guarantee it. Now at the end of the project, there will be a post-project checklist, and that will be you having to be on site as well as the installer. And you both fill out your forms. Yes, I've inspected the job, and yes, I've done this, and the job looks good, and everything is grand. And you both submit your checklists, as well as then after that, you'll be required to fill out a rating system. It's only 4 questions. You know, was your installer timeliness, professional, and the same for the designer. You know, this way we can keep everyone on the path to bettering ourselves and knowing how we can improve all the ways. Okay, so now that that is all done, here we are today. DEZIGN is initially, we are onboarding 200 founding members. Now that doesn't mean we're not going to accept more members down the road, but the founding members would get special treatment and special rates, which means that the first 9 months are absolutely free, no charge to you whatsoever, as well as all the other tools that we mentioned to you, as well as higher profit margins than you're making now. And we have 69 spaces left, so today would be a good day to join with a pre-registration. So we'll assume that you're a member, or you're registered, excuse me, and within the first 3 months, if you buy a product from us, you will get an additional 3 months free. So it would be a total of 1 year free membership. And before the 1 year ends, our associates inside the company will contact you and discuss and set a program or a platform that works for you, customized to your needs and what tools you're using, and we'll set the fines of the fees for you. Also, in addition to getting another 3 months free, you will also get 10% more off your wholesale discount off your first sale. So we're very confident that what we're offering here will definitely revolutionize the way we do business. It has been in need of a change for quite some time. It has not changed in forever. I've been doing this 28 years, and there hasn't been a change or a speck of technology into the industry, into the flooring industry, in forever. And we're going to be bringing it all to you. So if you've worked with Erik or you worked for me, you'll know that, or you're friends of mine, you'll know that I'm a very big family person, and I take great pride in my family here at Exceptional Flooring Concepts. I love them dearly. My team is fantastic. The same with my family for Designed. Everyone does everything they can. We all work great together, and of course, my own family. I'm very blessed with a beautiful wife. Been married 7 years and 3 healthy, beautiful children. And we're looking forward to being part of your family and growing together as well with Designed. We all know that technology it's a need. It's unavoidable. It is sometimes too much in our face, but if you use it properly, it can certainly help you in advance the way you do business and advance your profits and your income, and give you more peace of mind, a better quality of life if it's used properly. It will help you, all of us, advance in the industry, and especially with this remote work situation we're at, our platform will enable you to still conduct every aspect of the business with a much more limited interaction with people. And people, especially being cooped up for the last 2 months, will have been home and looking at their house and wanting to do these things. And when this is lifted, they will start doing things, but they'll also have that little bit of concern in the back of their head about having people in their home and what are they coming in with. And if we utilize the tools properly within Designed, it will cut down on the interaction and make people feel much more comfortable, I believe. There's a few other items that we have within our company for Designed, and Instagram and Facebook. Love for you guys to follow us on those. The Facebook community is for the interior design, and it is a capability where you can collaborate with fellow designers. You can put questions out there. We are constantly posting information and education so that you become a better salesperson, a more knowledgeable salesperson, so you can better serve your customers. And that's our goal as well across the board, is to always better serve our customers. So we hope you take the time and follow us. And if you have any input, we would love to hear from you. We're always hoping to better ourselves as well. So that is our business in a nutshell, in a short. I could talk here for hours and days about it, but hopefully that gave you a overall visual of what we're able to do. It's nothing that we're not doing every day, but it will give you the capability of the convenience, the efficiency, the product management, the project management, the time not spent on notifications and tracking goods, the higher profit margins, and being able to do it at any time. No more limited to store hours, no more limited to locations of projects and products. Everything is on your fingertips. It's wherever you go. We have a lot more to offer, and you can register if you want to go to our landing page, which will then become our website, but right now it's just our landing page. We're going live June 1st, and we're right now just working out some bugs and kinks, but we're ready for you. And our website is design.com. We're also doing another webinar on the 21st, which is next Thursday, a week from today, at 11 a.m. And we hope that you register for that one as well. Okay, so If I will, I'll put this back into the hands of our fantastic ASID. And bear with me.
Q&A.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. All right. Everyone still awake?
Alrighty.
Yeah, that was fascinating.
That was amazing. So we have some questions. Eric, are you ready for us?
I am absolutely. I'll take a little drink of water.
Okay, perfect. And I believe this is referring to the DEZIGN-VUE visualizer. And is the paint color able to be edited, like for the room?
You know, it will be absolutely. Okay, so out of the gate, this is in progress, and we also have a patent on design and all our tools. But what is in development, to come out of the gate quickly, we're able to do the floors.
Okay.
What's to come, and I was saying that probably the next, they said 6 months best case, so we'll say 9 months worst case, we'll stick for 9 months. In 9 months, you will be able to absolutely 100% wipe the entire room clean of every product, existing product in there. And then you'll be able to change the floor color, the wall color, drag in any products from our website. It doesn't matter, all to scale. You can completely design the entire room by sitting in your customer's living room in a matter of 10 minutes. And or if they were kind enough to send you a picture, you could do it without even going there. You'll be able to, that's phase 2, it's coming. But for right now, it really is just the flooring products.
Okay, that's amazing. That's exciting to come.
Yes.
So our next question is regarding membership. One of our attendees tried yesterday and it didn't like their phone number. So she's wondering if she got registered. She didn't. Did you get a number, or what's the response when you register?
For on our end,
yeah, because it said it didn't like my phone number.
it didn't like her phone number. Okay.
Is that something that we can get back to her?
Can we, you know, if she can email us, or she can email me directly, Eric at Designed.
Okay.
I can look into it. I'm not going to ask her phone number now or her name through this chat. But if she wants to email me, and hopefully you're listening, it's Erik, E-R-I-K, at Designed is spelled with a Z, D-E-Z-I-G-N-E-D. And that also goes for anybody that has any questions that we don't get to today.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you can always connect with us, guys, and we can connect you to Eric too if you have other questions. Okay, the next question is, what is the cost per year?
Well, out of the gate right now, for the first 200 founding members, there is no cost if you sell one product within the first 3 months. Now, what we're doing is we're going to give and recognize revenue with benefits. So the cost is, there's going to be 3 tiers. It'll be a gold, platinum, and family. The pricing would be anywhere from $49 a month to $149 a month. Should you exceed certain revenue, you would be excused from any pricing within that tier. So if you're hitting revenue status, you can have the site for free.
Okay.
But that will all be hashed out. We have it pretty much 99% done, but we know that we have really pretty much 9 months before we start charging anybody. So we have some time, but it will be all figured out before we go live June 1st.
Okay.
That's basically the overall view of it.
Perfect. The next, which I know was my question as well, can we get samples through the website?
Absolutely, and I apologize for not touching into that. Yes, within every product that samples are available. I mean, obviously, if we're talking about a couch, that won't have a sample, but all carpet and not every area rug too, because some of them will be one of a kind. Well, so the majority of the products, the answer is yes. So you request a sample, every designer is entitled to 10 free samples a day. And we have to put a limit on it because there's only so many that we can afford to cover. But anything after that, there's a fee for the sample. And if you spread them out, if you needed 30 samples and you spread it over 3 days, that's absolutely fine too. It's just 10 per customer per day. So the answer is yes. And then at that point, when you request a sample, it'll have a ship to address, which will be your profile, but it will also give you the opportunity to ship it to your customer if you wish. So the answer is yes.
Okay. So in theory, you can send one to your client, one to yourself, so you can work remotely with them.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Next, do you have MAPP pricing?
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
that will be on the website. There'll be retail and wholesale pricing. You'll know what the average retail price is. You'll know what your pricing is, and then you will mark up your own invoices as you see fit.
Okay.
Yes.
And I know this is a big question that everyone was asking. What makes Designed different from other sites for the trades?
Well, that's an easy one.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing else like it. There's nothing else like it at all. I mean, you have some fantastic tools out there, other sites that will help you manage your project, and you have some other fantastic sites out there that will help you manage your accounting, and you even have some other fantastic sites out there, and I'm trying not to mention any names, that will have a huge catalog of samples you can get, but they won't tell you where to buy it. You can't buy it from them. You don't know the pricing of it. So it's great. I'm able to get all these samples, but I don't know what I can do with them after I get them and present them. And then there's also other sites that, you have some AI technology and AR technology out there to help you, get your vision together. But what it is you're going to this site, you're dragging this over here, you're moving this over here, you're going to this site, you're dragging that, but then you still have to track it all because you're not getting notifications along the way. So design really is satisfying. And phase 2, 3, and 4, more tools are coming. But why it's so different is because there's nothing else like it. It is the best way to manage your business with higher profit margins all in one space. We also will have on our website, a system where you guys can give us your feedback of what it is that you would like next. And then we will put that into the queue of what we're going to start focusing on next and taking into consideration. So we're really building this. This has been built from all the input of myself and our team. There's probably, 150 years of experience underneath Exceptional's roof alone, as well as all the designers that we work with and getting their input. So it's been built for you, and that's why we also want to have your feedback of tools and features that you would like to have implemented next.
Great. We have some great questions here. Is it possible to talk to the installer on the phone during a measure, or do you have to be there?
No, the designer must be present at measure and installation. Okay. And I'll share with you, this is something I'm going to be bringing back into the industry. When I was an installer years ago, I started off with an installation service, and I ran into installing for several different stores. And we had problems all the time. And we had them all the time because the salesperson wasn't the person who spoke to the customer, wasn't the person who measured the job or knew how to install. And then the installer would show up at the storefront that day, the subcontractor, and give them the roll of carpet and the plan and says, go ahead and have at it. Now the installer's never even seen the site before, and he's not prepared, doesn't know what's needed, and he wasn't able to give his input and his education of what it would take to have the job be successfully done. So at that point, I went to the store owners and I said, only way I'm going to do your work from now on is by measure. And when I started doing that, the problems disappeared. I mean, there was like almost no problems ever. And then I also insisted that they be present when I'm done with the job. Because what was happening is I was leaving the project, and we'll use what's called a crush mark for an example. It's when the carpet's shipped from a mill, it's wrapped around a cardboard tube so it can be shipped and picked up with a machine. Now, that doesn't mean that it's damaged. It just means that it's a crush mark, and it will come out after several vacuums. This example in itself is now if I'm there with the designer as the installer and says, oh, by the way, that's a crush mark. It's not a seam. Don't worry about it. Over several vacuums, it'll come out. If it doesn't, give us a call in a couple of weeks and we can come back and steam it. Okay, great. Now the designer can say, hey, Judy, by the way, when you come home today, over to your right, don't worry about that. It's not a seam. And you can be proactive. And you can eliminate those questions and problems instead of backpedaling. And that's one of the reasons why the designer, we feel, will have a better success, as well as the installer and everybody involved, with the best communication of having the right people on the place at the right time.
Great. Would you provide, let me just see, would your profile have a custom URL?
Phase 2, yes.
Okay.
Yes. I will say the bigger vision down the road someday will be that we would be advertising to the public for you someday. This is where I would like this to go, to the point that there'd be commercials, ads, billboards, everything. And it would be get your own personal interior designer, your personal shopper, and never pay more than retail and have it done right. But you must use one of our designers within your territory. So then they would have access to the site and they would be able to search the profiles of all the designers and be able to pick and choose whom they choose to work with, whether they're looking for contemporary, transitional, but yes, so eventually it will get there, and not everybody that's on the site will have to operate that way. They'll just have that option. This way we feel that when we do this, we can increase the revenue of everybody, bring in more customers to you, and we can help you be getting more clients, and you can pick and choose the ones you want to work with as well as you do now.
Great. Okay. What about having the customer pay by credit card? How does that process work?
The customer would have to pay you. We're only taking credit cards from the designers themselves,
Okay.
and then you would be invoicing them directly. That's the wholesale operation we have here. Yes, we do offer both ways within this facility, but we're not going to do that for tax purposes moving forward. So we're not collecting sales tax, and then we know that all the control of the job and the project and finances is through you.
Okay, great. Does the website tell you if the item is in stock or not?
Some of the mills have the technology and some do not. We're working towards getting that information real time, but you will have an answer within 24 hours.
Right, because I guess it would depend on how much is needed as well.
As well, yes, and also the mill's capabilities. Some just haven't been advanced enough to have that technology to give it to us as what's called an EDI. It's an application where you link up. Some do have it, some don't. So some of the products will have the information. We have learned in the last year. I'm proud to say that the mills are now changing their data for us.
Amazing.
Yes, they're changing the way their product feeds are coming. They're changing the way they're doing business for this new platform. And we've gotten tremendous support from them on what we're building for everybody.
Great. Okay. When you talk about increased profits, would our net price be lower than we are getting now?
Well, as we all know, the average designer now is working on a 20% commission. So for the first 200 founding members, you'll be getting 30%. And then after the first year, we will customize the site for you. We'll let you know what your revenue is, what tier you would be in. You can pay to be in the top tier to maintain that 30%. But each tier has a different percentage, has different perks based on your revenue. And so you'll get an increased profit margin right out of the gate, as well as you'll be able to facilitate and close sales faster, and have more time and more tools all in one place.
Great. And then it looks like our last question, will you offer classes, webinars on how to use the digital part of the site?
Absolutely, yes. So everyone that registers will be assigned to one of our salespersons. So you will always have a contact person. There's also a CSR here that will always be answering the phone, excuse me. And then we'll have the chat 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. But also one of the things we've really paid a lot of interest and focus on is trying to make it user-friendly. So throughout the entire site, if you take your cursor and you hover over each call to action button, a pop-up comes and tells you what it will do for you, tells you where it will take you next. We have found the response has been overwhelming after we implemented this, and this goes back to, I don't know, my wife will always tell you it's amazing that I'm building a tech company because I'm not tech savvy. So I have an extraordinary tech team that's like, no, you don't need that. And I said, no, we need that. I need that. So I want to make it so that everybody has the ability to utilize this site easily. And that'll be a setting in your profile too. So we're comfortable after the first, sale or 2 or 3, and you're comfortable with the site and how it works, you can go back to your profile and turn that off. So if it becomes annoying to you. And then if you get stuck somewhere because you're doing something you haven't done before, you go back to your profile and you turn it on. In our studies, we found that a lot of people try and would prefer to try and figure it out themselves. And if they have the tools there to read, that they'll do that before they want to pick up the phone and call somebody. But yes, you can always call us.
Okay, great. Is there any other questions? That was the last one.
Okay.
If no more pop up, we'll just, thank you so much. This was great. And for everyone that's listening, make sure you follow Designed and follow along. And as Eric said, they have another webinar next week, right? You can check that out. And then I'm going to pass it over to Sandy for a few closing notes.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
Eric. That
Virginia.
was really great. And I just, you know, it's so complex in a good way. I can see that you put a lot of thought and effort into this, into really making it easy for the designer. And I have to say, you know, as we see, for designers, I think our job becomes harder and harder, not in the sense of what we're doing, but in the sense that the consumer has so much more access to our trade resources. So I love what you're doing to protect the designers and to protect the industry. And that's, I mean, I think that's so important right now. You know, it's always an uphill battle for us, but this seems to be an amazing tool to help us out. And also, I think you said earlier that technology is really expected and required for everyone's business today. So I think that this is such a sophisticated tool, and it really makes us as designers look very professional and very tech savvy. So kudos to you on this project. I think it's amazing.
Thank you.
And you said you've been working on it for several years, so congratulations on the launch. I think that's exciting, right? To finally,
yeah, we are as a whole team very excited. Yes.
That's great. That's wonderful.
And terrified.
And terrifying. Of course, of course. So again, thank you on behalf of our chapter, ASID New Jersey. Thank you for bringing this and sharing it with us today. And thanks for supporting the chapter in the industry. Again, just want to remind everybody, if you missed any part of this or you'd like to see it again, it will be posted on our YouTube channel. We'll try to get it out by tomorrow. No promises, but we'll try. And do visit us every Thursday at 4 o'clock. We will have a new topic every week. Next week, we are going to have a panel discussion regarding design excellence competition. It's going to be answering all the questions you may have and how easy it is to utilize the site and upload your projects. So we hope you will tune in next week. A little plug. Same time, same bat channel. And thank you, Eric. Thank you, Virginia. And thanks for everybody for joining. We hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time.
It has been an absolute honor. And thank you, ASID, for everything you do for the industry.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thanks,
Enjoy.
everybody.
Be well.
Take care.
Bye.